Hi guys, it's Melinda. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my best tips for how to fight and prevent frizz in your natural hair. So if you're interested in that, then just keep watching. A little background, if this is the first video you've ever seen of mine, I have coarse, thick, low porosity hair. So, and my hair is also like a 2B wave. Today I have like some little curls at the end, but in general, I'm like 2B. My very first tip, if you have frizzy hair, so at one point in my like natural hair journey, my hair just lost its mind. Literally, no matter what I did, it was a frizzy mess. Also, look, you guys, it is fall in my heart. Look at my outfit. It's literally fall. It's September, so it's fall, okay? So I put on my little ghost plugs and it makes me very happy. Yeah, my hair just looked like this. It was a frizzy mess. Literally, no matter what I did to it, I would use so much deep conditioner because everyone was like, oh, your hair just needs more moisture. Like, I did all the things I could think of. Nothing would help until I realized my hair needed protein. So if you're struggling with frizz and you're in the same boat as me, try protein. There are tons of products out there. You can search products like wavy hair products with protein in them, and that's just a really easy way to find products with protein. I've used a lot of keratin products and really enjoy those. So I will link my video down below. I've worked with Kerotin in the past. This video is not sponsored by them, but they just have really good products. So I'll link my video sharing products that I like from them. And then also Curlsmith has an entire protein line. It's called their Strength Recipe line. So any of those products are going to have protein in them. You can kind of pick and choose where you want to incorporate it into your routine. But protein really helped reduce frizz in my personal hair when I was really struggling and I felt like nothing else would work. Okay, you guys, I want to take a quick little break to talk about not really the sponsor of this video, but just Lovevery. So you guys know that I have worked with Lovevery for like 2 years now, which is crazy. But they have been sending me boxes for Rosie since I was pregnant with her, which is so nice. They are such a awesome company and brand. Like, anyway, so this is the box I got for Rosie this month. So we actually backtracked a little bit. This is the box for 7 and 8 month olds, but I just didn't have this box, so I went ahead and got it because Rosie will still play with the toys. She loves stuff like this, and I figured my next kid can play with it too. So yeah, but their stuff is so good. It's just Montessori toys. It's already planned out for the perfect age that your child will be at. It's a subscription, so you don't even have to think about it. You'll get the new box however often, and it's just so great. It takes all the guesswork out of parenting. It's so easy to just have one less thing to think about. If you want your kids to have really good toys that are teaching them something, that's teaching them new skills and coordination, but you don't have the time or just the brain power as a new parent to research one more thing, Lovevery is perfect for that. I literally, the only toys we have in our house is Lovevery toys, and then toys that we like, wooden toys we got at the thrift store. But it's just, it's so good. I think Rosie could literally just survive on Lovevery toys, and they're really not that pricey. If you break the box down for like what you're paying for each toy, it's like Target prices. So, and you don't even have to think about it. I love it. Definitely recommend Lovevery. I'll leave my link down below, and that just helps to support my channel. So if you're gonna buy a box, buy it through my link. So the next thing is to apply your styling products on soaking wet hair. I feel like the more water you have in your hair, the better. You're gonna really reduce that wet frizz that you can get, and it's just gonna help lock in that moisture. Obviously, water is like the most moisturizing, like it's just hydrating in nature. So you want to lock that water into your hair. So styling on soaking wet hair is just going to reduce a lot of frizz for you. Another thing that can really reduce frizz is to brush your products into your hair. So this again is going to really target that wet frizz, and just start your hair off with a really smooth base. It's just going to like smooth your hair down, like clump your hair together. It's going to really help to encourage those wave clumps and to just eliminate those little straggly pieces that want to just like freak out and turn into frizz once your hair is dry. Next is to make sure you're using a product with high enough hold for your hair. So this is gonna take a little bit of experimenting, but I would recommend getting a pretty high hold gel, and then you can always dilute it down later into more of a jelly consistency if you feel like it's giving you like too much hold or giving you too hard of a gel cast. I love having a high hold gel on hand because I can really alter the hold of that product by either just using it straight on my hair, or like I said, I'll put it in my hand and literally spray water on my hand, and diluting it will really just give it more versatility. But you want to make sure that you have a high enough hold product, because that is just going to help to make sure your hair dries in a really good gel cast and how you want it to. The next one is about a gel cast. So you do really want to let a gel cast form on your hair. That is like the best tip for reducing frizz. A gel cast basically is a hard layer around your curl clumps that's gonna form as your hair dries, and it's just gonna really lock in that moisture, seal down all the frizz, and make sure that you don't have those flyaways and just like an excess of frizz. Also, I just want to mention right here, you're gonna have a little bit of frizz. I should have said this at the beginning, but a little bit of frizz is totally normal. It's actually a good thing, and it helps give you a lot of volume. So frizz is not all bad. I have frizz in my hair. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I do, I promise. Another tip along the lines of a gel cast is you don't want to scrunch out that gel cast until your hair is totally dry. Again, the gel cast is reducing frizz, so you want to let it fully form and do its thing. Don't mess with your hair. I don't even like to flip my hair around while it's drying. Yeah, I just like to let it do its thing, whether I'm going to air dry or diffuse, which I'm going to get into tips for diffusing. But overall, I do feel like air drying, for me personally, is the most foolproof method to not get frizz. So it's just the least disruptive to my hair, and the less you mess with your hair, the less frizzy it's gonna be. So let your gel cast form, and air drying is really good if you have time for it. Okay, my next tip is to be mindful of how much your hair is rubbing up against things, especially while it's drying, like I said. So a lot of times we don't really think about this. We like fix our hair and then we start getting ready, and changing clothes a bunch while your hair is trying to form that gel cast is not ideal. You're gonna end up breaking up those curl clumps and creating a lot of frizz. Also, like leaning up against a couch or a car seat is also not good while your hair is still trying to form that gel cast and it's not totally dry. It's gonna create a lot of friction and frizz in your hair. So next, if you don't have time to air dry, which again is my preference, I think it's the most ideal for minimal disruption, but if you're gonna diffuse, I would definitely recommend hover diffusing. So it's exactly what it sounds like. You just hover your diffuser around your hair, but you're not actually touching your hair with it, and that is key to minimizing frizz. And then also another tip with diffusing is to always have your diffuser pointing downwards. So when you are hover diffusing, don't hold it like this, even though that's easier because you can kind of relax your arm. It's a little bit less work. Don't do it because you're blowing your hair in the opposite direction that you want it to fall, and you're just going to be pulling out little strands from those curl clumps, and it's just going to create more frizz. So hold your diffuser up, pointing down, and that's just going to keep the hair blowing in the direction that you want it to be. Okay, and then I think I have like 2 more tips. So my next tip is sleep protection. I personally don't use sleep protection very often. Here recently, I actually did order a satin bonnet off of Amazon, and I could tell a difference in the softness and the lack of frizz in my hair when I used it. But in general, like my hair is not super frizzy. I don't really struggle with frizz that much, so I don't often use sleep protection. But if you're really struggling and you want to like really reduce frizz as much as possible, get a satin bonnet off of Amazon. I'll have my Amazon storefront link down below, and I'll make sure to add that satin bonnet to it. But you can also just search any satin bonnet. It's probably not that big of a deal. But yeah, sleep protection. And then last but not least is just adding a hair oil to your hair while you're scrunching out the crunch. So some people feel like their hands are a little bit too rough on their hair when they're scrunching out their gel cast, so they'll add a hair oil to their hands to kind of add some slip. And it's also just really good to tame whatever frizz you did get during your drying process. So hair oil is great. I've heard really good things about the Verb Ghost oil. I haven't personally tried that. The main ones that I use, one of them's discontinued, so I'm not even gonna mention that, but I'm really mad about it. But then the other one is the, well, I've used the X Mondo Viper oil, which is pretty good. It's a little bit thicker though. And then I've also used the Lust Love Yourself, what's it called? It's like their elixir oil or something. That one's really good too. But yeah, just kind of pick one. It's probably not that big of a deal, just like experiment. I always like to shop in stores where they have a good return policy, so that if the product absolutely doesn't work for my hair, it's low risk and I can return it. So those are my tips. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I love making wavy hair content. It's so fun. Definitely leave any questions down below, and if you have any topics you want me to make YouTube videos on in the future, leave those down below too. I would be happy to do that. And yeah, bye.